Hey guys, we're back in the Bahamas. Yay!
We got a really early start. I'm being so serious.
Like how early? What time did you get up?
Well, I woke up at like 3 in the morning, and so did Mom. But someone decided to sleep in and got up around 3:55. So
Plan was 4 a.m. So was I really late?
I think we were just really early.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Attacked by palm trees.
Hi, I'm Lisa, and I'm a high school teacher.
And I'm Chris, and I work in TAC.
Together, we are sailing vessel Serenity
We bought a boat we couldn't afford,
and put it into charter to help pay for it.
but every chance we get,
We're aboard chasing adventures
this is our story.
and our dream to sell it all and sail full-time.
At the end of every episode, there's a link to binge the whole journey from the beginning.
Welcome aboard Serenity.
My body was like, it's time to get up. So I just got up, had some coffee, looked at Facebook, and just kind of waited.
We're going on a bit of an adventure here this time. If you're a person who is looking to charter Serenity or just charter anything from Cruise Abaco, this adventure isn't one you can actually do. What we're going to be doing over the next 15 days is actually leaving the Abaco, heading out on an adventure which we'll share more with you about later, but it's going to be actually leaving. We're still be in the Bahamas, we're just going someplace else. We'll explain all that in future videos and future clips. But tonight we are headed to Snappas, which we haven't shown before. It's one of the places right here in Marsh Harbor that you can walk to. When you charter a boat from Cruise Abaco, you're going to start here the first night, and then you're going to be here again the last night. So all the rest of the days are yours, but you always want to start here. You need the time to provision, unpack it, do the whole thing where you transition from getting here to being here. And that's kind of important, so I'm glad they do that. But while you're here, if you don't really feel like cooking on the boat that night, there's Colors, which you've seen if you watch our previous videos. There's a place, I can't remember, it's on the other side of the cove over there, that's really, really good. But then kind of halfway in between Colors and here, there's another place that's recently reopened in the last year or so called Snappas. So that's where we're walking now. I think it's about a half a mile, so good kind of sunset type of walk, and a great place to watch the sunset at dinner. So that's the adventure we're on right now. Anything you guys want to add?
I took a nap before this, so I'm still kind of disoriented. Not really sure what planet I'm on.
It's that hard, I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning nap
Yeah.
that just kills you right in the late afternoon.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
Gonna get good sleep tonight.
Oh yeah, for sure.
yeah, for sure.
I'm looking forward to that.
It's good that we're all completely knackered, because I'm kind of planning to start the day really early tomorrow, because I want to try to get as far as we can tomorrow. Hi, how you doing? Got some awesome people here that work at Abaco Grocery. Well, thank you so much. Oh, well, thank you. That is so sweet of you. Awesome. Oh, this is Dockside, Abaco Groceries and the Wines and Spirits. We were walking through this parking lot right after, it was 2022, so it was a little after COVID, and they were just building all this, and we weren't too super sure what this was. And so I thought it'd be kind of cool to flash back a couple years later and just see what it is. So charter tip, anybody that's coming out here, Cruise Abaco, whether it's Serenity or not, just know that this place right here has great selection of beer, great selection of wine. The cab companies won't typically recommend it, and even, well, some of the charter companies out here won't recommend it, because they all recommend Jimmy's, which is the yellow building you also saw in episode 1 or 2, which I'll show here in just a second. But Jimmy's is great. It's got a decent selection, but their selection of beer is not very good, and their selection of wine is very uppity. These guys have got the stuff you buy at home. Well, for the most part. They got not the prices. Everything in the Bahamas is really expensive, especially beer. Do what?
They have a lot of groceries.
Yeah. I've got a clip of that. Let me run that clip right now. So it is a grocery store too. It's nothing like Maxwell's. That's where we still buy our groceries. But now when we need something quick, we just walk up the road.
Just a little corner store right there.
Yeah, exactly.
On the corner.
It's a corner store on the corner.
They have ice cream.
bonus.
Priorities, you know. Why did the Davis family cross the road?
Why did the Davis family cross the road, Kate?
To get to Snappas.
To get to Snappas. Snappas is right here. It's the Conch Inn and Marina. It's right back there. And that's Jimmy's, that yellow building right over there. If you prefer things that are a little more refined, if you like $15 Magnum sized bottles of wine, go over where we were just talking about. If you want like a $40 bottle from France, go to Jimmy's.
It's my channel now. This is the KJ show.
Mid-August with the Scouts, and then probably another mid-August with the Scouts, and then probably another month or so. Pretty awesome food, pretty great atmosphere, excellent sunset. What'd you guys think? A little bit dark out here.
Yeah, it was good. It
little
was
dark.
Very busy, and they need more staff, but
Yeah, they're a little short-handed.
Burger good.
Burger good. Tacos good.
yeah, shrimp was good.
Shrimp good.
Hey everybody. Since this is the KJ show now, rather than SV Serenity, we're gonna be talking about hair dye. Do you want to say a few words to the camera?
A few words to the camera.
You're so witty and charming. We love it. Everybody give a round of applause. Yippee! I will add a sound effect that's like the yippee. Yeah, you'll know what I'm talking about, guys. Anyway, catch you later for the KJ show.
Okay, so in our bathroom, you've seen in the past we've done different videos. One of my biggest complaints was there was nowhere to put a hand towel. Okay, we have places to put bath towels. There's my Scentsy. But there was no hand towel, and so it just gets soaking wet sitting over here on the sink. And look what Chris installed for me today. So exciting. So, got my hand towel, put it right here, and I think our people that charter our boat will be appreciative of it. Nice hand towel. Thank you.
You're welcome. Just need to clean up the little pokey screw thing on the other side of the cabinet. But yeah, this is good.
This makes me so happy. I can't even tell you.
Makes my baby happy.
For a year, I have not understood why there was not a hand towel holder. It's beautiful.
Okay, so here is our old Bohemian courtesy flag. And now Chris has put up a new flag, a couple new flags.
The blue one is for Cruise Abaco. We've got our flags up there. And Chris is right there.
Yeah. Next project on the list. Normally there's a spinnaker halyard that goes up and then it goes through the mast and it comes out right here. So we've got this guy, which is going over here, taking up this block, taking up this block, and taking up this clutch right here. Instead of it going to the front, it's actually coming down this spreader right here. I've just got it looped off because we're not using it right now. So you can see it's just kind of wrapped around. So this is not getting used until way later, because on charters they don't do, you know, like code Ds and code zeros, even if we were to buy them. So I've got this pretty new Lisa appropriate approved rope to build a downhaul. Lisa obviously favorite color is purple, and so I needed a new line. We've been having trouble getting this mainsail down, and you know, it just gets kind of caught halfway through, and so we keep having to do things like go up with a boat hook and grab on to these cars right here and drag it down one section at a time, and it's kind of a pain. So when I hook up what's called a Cunningham or a downhaul and loop that in here, and so that's the project I'm working on right now, is I'm gonna come in here and I'm gonna unthread this spinnaker halyard and just kind of put it to the side until we're ready to use it, which will be hopefully in a few years. And just pull it all the way through. And then we can run the purple line. Make a Cunningham out of it. This is out of that. This, I'm going to just hang it to that right there.
It's a beautiful day here at Marsh Harbor.
So it's going to come up through this block. I kind of wish I had a ladder or something. Thinking right here, maybe. I'm just going to throw a bowline on it. You guys might remember in episode 14 I tried to show Lisa how to do a bowline. It was a little windy that day. So make yourself a little wrap like that, and then you go around the thing you want to go around. And then you got rabbit, comes up out of the hole, goes around the tree. Then he gets really scared, and he goes back in the hole. Obviously at some point we'll put a proper knot on this. But a bowline is easy to release, especially under tension. And that's what I want here, because I don't know how much tension is going to be there. I don't think there'll be much, because it's just going to be flopping around on the way up the sail. All right. That. Here. The halyard out of the way. Through the block. Once I get that threaded through, we'll be able to put this on the winch and just drag the mainsail down when it gets stuck. And then I can run the whole thing from in here, and I'm not having to go up and stand sketchy on the rocking boat trying to get the mainsail down when we need to get it down in a hurry. Because that's been a kind of a scary point for me a couple of times. So anyway, later once we get it all up and we actually try it out, we'll see what the results are. Does this help the situation out or not?
There's a lot to do.
They're doing lines, not of anything that's a substance. They're throwing lines off the boat. But more importantly, this is my stuffed animal, Lizzie. Anyway, back to the actual stuff. They're out there right now. You can see out the window. Being very busy and doing important things. You wanna say hi to the camera?
Hi, camera.
By the way, I'm the comic relief, which is why all of the things I say are comedic.
Thank you again, Johnson. You are a rock star, sir.
There's father. He's up there. And there's mother. She's down here. And then of course, the star of the show. Me. Literal star. They're totally just for decoration. Okay. Pulling out. I'm gonna do some high class, high quality filming. I'm being called.
The thing about piloting these kind of boats at slower speeds is you notice I'm not even really touching the steering wheel because we've got two engines. What we're doing is we're kind of treating this like one of those zero-turn lawnmowers, right? So I'm kind of driving mostly by turning engines on and off, or more specifically putting them into forward and reverse, because I've got better steerage like that than I would with this. Now we're getting up to speed a little bit, so now I can actually use the rudders to help navigate. Here in a minute we're going to get outside. Once we're past the breakwater, we're going to get nose to wind, head to wind. We'll be putting the mainsail out, and then the jib.
The water is so
Big
beautiful.
boats.
There are some big boats. Look at them. Big boats. That's what it's
Caitlin, do you
doing.
like big boats?
Well, cannot lie.
Okay. You know these other brothers, they can't deny.
Navigation.
So that's Abaco Beach Resort, and this is Boat Harbor Marina. They're all the same thing, but they have two different names. I'm not entirely sure why, but we've stayed in that right over there. I'm pointing at something that probably isn't actually coming up on camera, but
It's kind of there. The sky looks like the Toy Story wallpaper.
cool. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get around that point right there. So I'm going to kind of zoom in, and I'm going to just set a course for it. And say go to. So what it's going to do is it's going to tell me the, well, somebody's messed with my screen here.
Ruh-roh.
So maybe that stuff, oops. Bearing to waypoint is 85 degrees, so that's the course we need to make with the autopilot when we flip that on. But what I need to do first is get us past this breakwater and then get our sails up. And then we'll start making it towards that point over there, which is what is currently on the chart. Water.
It looks like water to me.
Yeah, you can't see it because the mast is in the way. Put a little bit of distance between us and the breakwater before I actually start pulling the sails up. Get to course he's running.
Just left Marsh Harbor. Now we are out on the water, heading to our adventure part 1, I guess. We're going somewhere called Abaco Islands for a couple of days before we head to Nassau.
We bought a media mod attachment for the GoPro. We've been fighting wind noise in our footage for a long time now, which I'm sure several of you have noticed. Several solutions have not worked, and we can chalk the media mod up as the latest failure. And now, don't get me wrong, it's definitely an improvement, but in direct wind, there's not a lot of solutions that can do anything about just having blaring wind in your face. And of course, I wasn't talking at the camera for most of this either, so that was on me. You'll notice that through several of these clips, I'm talking completely away from the camera. We're going to break down and finally invest in the better mics for our next trip. And if you would help us out by leaving a comment if you have any good recommendations for wireless microphones that are capable of really blocking the wind, something that has a dead cat attachment. But since Caitlin and I shot this whole sequence about how we get the sails up, and we don't want to waste all that footage, you get a voiceover. Yay! Okay, here we go. Step 1. Get some distance away from hazards. Step 2. Throttle down and set the wind vane mode on the autopilot. This keeps us head to wind so we can focus on raising the mainsail. This feature is one of the things that makes Serenity capable of being single-handed if necessary, just like that Cunningham we installed earlier.
I can go to wind vane, or mode rather, and then go to wind vane, and see it says wind 15, so I go to 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. So now what it's going to do is it's going to put us head to wind.
Step 3, which actually should be step 2, is to free up the lines.
So now what we want to do is we want to get the
Another step 0 is take off your shoes. Shouldn't have shoes on a boat anyway, but we were dealing with lines on the very hot dock, and I forgot. You cannot operate these winches with shoes on because you have to use your toes. For those of you who are unfamiliar with sailing, no, that's not a joke. Step 4, which should be step 0, and I should have done this before we even left. Unzip the sail bag and make sure that the reefing lines aren't bound up. Step 5, raise the mainsail, watching to be sure that the battens don't get stuck in the lazy jacks on the way up.
This is why we head straight into the wind, so that it's easier to get this up without it getting stuck.
It's big.
Now what we're looking for is to make sure that neither of the two reefing lines, the yellow one right here, which is now coming out of that, the blue one, which is right behind it, reef number 1. Sometimes they get hung out, the sail wind's going up. And that's getting the mainsail up.
A loud endeavor.
Yes. All right, so now we've got our Cunningham tightened up so it doesn't whack against that pretty purple one that goes up there. And I'm going to go ahead and release this guy. And we have the main up, but we're headed into the wind. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to cancel the autopilot and we're going to start heading that way, kind of towards the original course. So the vane now is going to start taking wind.
Step 6. bear away from the wind and start deploying the jib.
So what I can do at this point is I can actually put the autopilot back on and go set that to 75. And now, wind is on the beam. So, what we can do at this point is we can bring out the jib. So to be able to do that, first thing
Step 7. Untangle the lines which shouldn't have been tangled if I had just remembered not to swap steps 2 and 3.
Main thing here is that we need to we've got wind right here, not quite a beam reach, but good and tight. So what we're looking for are see the telltales. See how we've got telltales that are kind of flopping up? That means we need to...
Step 8. Trim the sails to get the most efficient use out of the wind angle.
Alright, so then the last thing we want to do is go ahead and let the main out just a bit.
I think I got a lot of these steps out of order because we were excited to get underway, but also nervous about going into open water. And add to that, trying to film this segment for the video and try to do it flawlessly.
Get around that point. We've still got it showing, even though it looks like we're going to run into that point right there, we're showing 77. So we need to be headed that way a little bit, which means we're going to even get a little bit more tight. But more importantly, I'm going into neutral the engines, and I'm going to stop both engines. And we are officially sailing now. That's it, we are officially
Got the
sailing.
sails.
No engines running, not even the generator.
Beautiful, beautiful sails.
Show my mess.
First, I gotta show the beautifulness.
Show the sails.
All right, where's your mess? Oh, I see it.
Yeah, miss it.
Yeah. Spaghetti all over the place.
Yeah. Spaghetti, gotta get the spaghetti back in the spaghetti bag.
It's time for interviews. How do you like the sail process of raising the sails?
Well, Chris makes it look effortless, like he does it with ease, and so that makes me feel very safe and secure.
That's good.
Not sure that I would ever, well, I probably could.
What did he just throw?
It's the cover for the compass.
I see.
But in time, I'm sure I can learn this, but for now, I'm just, like I said, grateful that he has the ability to do this and comprehend information that people tells him and learns quickly.
He is a very quick learner. Now it's time for my interviews. So, KJ, what do you think of the sales process of raising the sails? Well, you see, this bit isn't funny. We're not keeping this in. But I think the noise has started up again.
Straight.
So what's the?
So I'm trimming the sails now, which just means that I'm getting the most efficient use out of the wind. You can do that via the tailtails. You can see the little lines that are kind of swirling off the sails. Come up here.
Well,
You see that?
I can theoretically come up here.
We're making 5 knots and 13 knots. I'd like to get a little better than that, but you see the little blue and on the other side red guys going? I'm wanting those to go straight back, which is what I was just doing with trimming that. There's another set up there, and you can see that the ones up there are kind of flapping up
Lens flare.
every once in a while. Yeah, you can never know how. But
camera's almost dead.
I'm not sure. Oh yeah, we need to swap that battery out. We also need to check everything. We're making 6 knots, 14 true wind speed. The apparent wind speed right here is 14.6. So what that tells me, boat speed through the water is currently 0 knots. That means that my knot log, the little spinny thing under the boat, is stuck. So I got. We are getting pretty close to the part where we head out of the Bahama Bank area. That's Hopetown Lighthouse behind me here. Kind of over that away. And came from over there, Marsh Harbor. Headed out that way. So the plan is going to be kind of leave the reef, buzz out this direction until we can get a good angle to head down this way, heading south past Little Harbor, cutting in here. Alright, so right out there is the reef. You can see the breakers coming across it. In the direction straight ahead of us, you can see more breakers. So we're about to make a turn because we'll be cutting right through it going that way. So this is the cut just north of Elbow Key, north of Hopetown, which is right over there. And so, yeah, we're getting ready to go out onto the Atlantic. And that screen is really dirty. Let me clean that.
Alright, so we got loaded in, had a great dinner at Snappas, knocked out some much needed boat projects, got Serenity out of the marina and got the sails up, and then got them trimmed, and then officially left the Abaco Sound. Now we're out in the Atlantic Ocean headed south, and believe it or not folks, that's all we could fit into this episode. So join us next time as we take you with us to our first anchorage of this massive trip, and explore a place called Winding Bay before leaving Abaco altogether, headed for the Luthras. Thanks for watching our story. See you next time.